common financial multiples used and rationale behind them. So देखिए, when you do the valuation of a company uh, under the market approach, and that too with the label to input as per Ind AS 113, which is on fair value measurement, what you will do, number one, you will identify a company which is listed on a stock exchange, which is proxy to your company, or you will find out a comparable transaction, that means the kind of asset that you are trying to value, if a similar kind of asset has been transacted in the recent past anywhere closer to you, so that you are able to get information about that company. Now, then what you will do, as we were discussing, then what you will do, you will use the multiples. So which are the multiples that you will use for the purpose of finding value of the business? The first multiple that you will use is your price to earning multiple, price to earning multiple, which is also popularly known as PE multiple. Now please remember, PE multiple is one multiple that is used very frequently by all the analysts and all the valuers all over the world, all over the world. So everyone who is into the business of valuation, who is into the business of financial analysis, who is into the business of investment analysis, so every one of them use this multiple very frequently. Number two, this metric or this multiple is ideal for helping investors understand exactly what the market is willing to pay for the company's earnings when you reverse the PE ratio to EP. So your PE ratio is price upon E is for earning. So when you reverse this, it becomes earning, that is EPS divided by price. So reverse of PE multiple gives you an idea as to what kind of return this company is already earning on your investment in that company. So that's your multiple, PE multiple. Number two, you can use or are used, the second multiple that is used for the purpose of valuation is the cash flow multiple. Meaning what? Meaning what you do, if you have information about a comparable company which has been recently transacted and the value is available, so what you will do, you will take the value of the target firm of yours, sorry, the comparable company of yours that you have, divide the firm value of that reference company or the comparable company by the amount of cash flow of that company. So when you divide the firm value by the cash flow of the firm, what you get something which is known as cash flow multiple. And now what you do, now for finding out value of your company, you take this cash flow multiple and multiply it with your cash flow. So when you do this, you will arrive at the value of the company that you are trying to value using the cash flow multiple. The third multiple that you use for the purpose of valuation, it is sales multiple. Now please remember, the methodology for using these multiples is always be the same. So PE multiple, how do you do it? You take the price of the proxy company or the comparable company and divided it by the earning per share of that company, you get a PE multiple. And now what you do, you multiply this multiple with your own earning per share. Likewise, you find out the cash flow multiple of your target company or your reference company or your comparable company and multiply this cash flow multiple by the amount of cash flow of your target company, and that gives you valuation of your company based on the cash flow multiple. Right. So the third multiple that you use is your sales multiple. Now please remember, sales multiple is used for early stage companies which are loss making at the EBITDA or PAT level, applicable even when earnings are highly cyclical. So अब सवाल ये है कि कोई नई कंपनी है, स्टार्टअप है ना, और उसको कंपनी का प्रॉफिट एबिटा भी नहीं है, उस कंपनी के पास में प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स होने का तो सवाल ही नहीं उठता है, तो ऐसी कंपनी का वैल्यूएशन कैसे करेंगे? ऐसी कंपनी का वैल्यूएशन आप कर सकते हैं taking sales as the multiple. And how do you take the sales as the multiple? In the same way as we discussed. So you take the value of this target reference company divided by the sales, and that will give you sales multiple. Now multiply the sales multiple with your own sales, and that will give you value of your company, your company or your target company. Then fourth multiple that you use is the EBITDA multiple. And how do you use the EBITDA multiple? Methodology is same. And so EV, the enterprise value, is arrived based on the EBITDA, based on the enterprise value divided by the EBITDA of your reference company. तो जब आप रेफरेंस कंपनी है, जो आपकी कंपेरेबल कंपनी है, उसकी जो एंटरप्राइज वैल्यू है, आप उस वैल्यू को डिवाइड करते हो बाय द अमाउंट ऑफ एबिडा ऑफ दैट कंपनी, एंड यू अराइव एट द एबिडा मल्टीपल. और ये जो एबिडा मल्टीपल आपने फाइंड आउट किया है क्या है, इस एबिडा मल्टीपल को आप मल्टीप्लाई करोगे विद योर ओन एबिडा, and that will give you value of your company, that is using the EBITDA multiple. So please remember, earning enterprise value arrived based on the EBITDA multiple is subsequently adjusted with the net debt to arrive at the equity value. जैसे कि हमने कल डिस्कस किया था, what is the equity value or what is the enterprise value? Enterprise value is the total of the equity value plus the debt of the company. So from the enterprise value, if you minus the debt of the company, what you get is the equity value. So that's your EBITDA multiple. And then what you have is the EBIT multiple. And how do you use the EBIT multiple? Use the EBIT multiple in the same way. So EBIT multiple used as a proxy for the EBITDA multiple. तो कुछ केसेस में क्या होता है कि एक उसका जो एक कंपनी है, जैसे मॉल है, तो वो मॉल में आप क्या कर सकते हो, एक कंपनी है जो मॉल की फंडिंग कर रही है बाय investing their own money into the malls, so they own the malls, right? So for them the cost of the mall is going to be depreciation. एक दूसरी कंपनी है, वो जो मॉल के बिजनेस में है, रिटेल के बिजनेस में है, लेकिन उसने मॉल्स को कंस्ट्रक्ट नहीं किया है. उसने क्या किया है, उसने बनी बनाई मॉल्स को रेंट पे लिया हुआ है, तो वो कंपनी लीज रेंट पे कर रही है. अब देखिए, सो दो मॉल हैं, एक ने मॉल्स को ओन किया हुआ है और दूसरी ने मॉल्स को रेंट पे लिया हुआ है. सो दोनों की जो P&L हैं, उनकी जो कॉस्ट आएगी वो डिफरेंट हो जाएगी. जिसने द कंपनी दैट ओन्स द मॉल, that company will incur the depreciation cost, and the company that has taken the malls on the rent, that for that company the cost is going to be the lease rental. And that means what? That means अगर आप ऐसी कंपनी का वैल्यूएशन एबिडा के बेसिस पर करोगे तो फिर गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. क्यों गड़बड़ हो जाएगी? लेट्स से यू हैव टेकन एज द रेफरेंस कंपनी द कंपनी विच हैज rented out the malls, and that is why this company is paying the lease rent. सो अब क्या होगा, आप इसका एबिडा कैलकुलेट करोगे तो इसके एबिडा में डेप्रिसिएशन कॉस्ट आएगी नहीं की आएगी ही नहीं. क्यों नहीं आएगी? क्योंकि वो डेप्रिसिएशन इज द कॉस्ट दैट यू अकाउंट फॉर ओनली व्हेन यू ओन एन एसेट. एंड इसकी कंपनी में कौन सी कॉस्ट आएगी? लीज रेंट की कॉस्ट आएगी. लेकिन लीज रेंट की कॉस्ट कहाँ पे आती है? लीज रेंट की कॉस्ट आती है EBIT में से माइनस करने के बाद. सो देयरफॉर इफ यू आर मेकिंग अ कंपैरिजन इन two companies like this, then you will have to be careful. And what care you will have to take, that the care that you will need to take is, don't do the valuation of this company based on the EBITDA multiple, rather do the valuation of this company based on the EBIT multiple, because at the EBIT multiple both the companies would have accounted for both the cost, that is the cost of depreciation and also the cost of lease rent. And that is why EBITDA is going to be a consistent figure for both these companies, and that is how you will use the EBIT multiple, right? So I'm repeating, in case if two companies that you are comparing, trying to find the value, और उसमें से एक मॉल owns the assets and दूसरी मॉल has taken the assets on the rent, तो उस केस में आपको EBITDA मल्टीपल नहीं यूज़ करना है. उस केस में आपको क्या यूज़ करना है? उस केस में आपको यूज़ करना है EBIT, because that will be more reflective and that will give you more better idea. And you can also have the asset multiple. So you can also do the valuation of a company based on the asset multiple. Again the methodology is same. So जिस कंपनी को आप रेफरेंस करके यूज़ कर रहे हो, उसका वैल्यू मालूम करिए क्या उसका वैल्यू है. उस वैल्यू को आप डिवाइड करिए by the amount of the assets of that company. This will give you the asset multiple. Multiply this asset multiple with the value of the assets that you have, and that will help you to arrive the value of your target company. So friends, these are the multiples that you will use for determining valuation of a business or a company based on the market approach, using the comparable company multiple method.